Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and we'll get started our next multiplayer matchup. I am going to be playing as the Astra Militarum. It looks like we have a match against the Orcs. I have not played against the Raging Beaver before, so I don't know what his play style is, but we're playing the Scrapyard. It is Strategic Command, 2,000 points, 80 point target, 8 turn limit, so we'll see what we can do here. I think I'm going to try the double Rogaldorn strategy here, because I do think it's going to be pretty effective against the Orcs, but we'll see. This map can sometimes be a little difficult for having big open terrain, so we'll have to see what we can do to try to take advantage of the situation here. I always struggle to decide which do I prefer, doing a 3 Leman Russ build or with a double tank commander or a double Rogaldorn. So I have our forces split into 2 because I need to try to get as much range as possible to help us. So I have the tank commanders with their standard kits, which are the battle cannons, las cannon, heavy bolters. I have the commissars here to buff the momentum, double Rogaldorns with the oppressor cannon, pulverizer cannon, heavy bolter, heavy stubber build. And then I have 2 heavy flamer armored sentinels, and then I have 4 Cadian shock troops, 2 with las guns and 2 with bayonets, just because I didn't know if I would have enough, or I didn't have enough requisition, I should say, in order to equip everybody with the bayonets, because I always prefer to do that against the Orcs, since so many of the Orc units do have the capability to fight you in melee, especially with Storm Boys. So it's like, I could just put you guys onto Overwatch here. I don't know if he's really going to be able to get to any of these places on the very first turn, but we'll try to move everybody over here. But my plan is to push on the sides, and then if everybody survives, hopefully I can do like a pincer attack and then collapse on the center. Then we can move these guys up to here. So 5 to 5. So let's see if he tries to push the center here. And he actually didn't, surprisingly. He pushed on the right side. So he's got a double buffed war bike here. So I'd really like to kill that if I could. And we'll buff everybody here, because that'll be a nice 90 points. Yeah, nothing actually came over here. So he's got a double Death Dread build. And he must have a big mech, because you can see he's got the force field icon over there, which gives a 10% range damage reduction to... Yeah, I don't think you can charge. To range damage to all nearby units within 2 tiles. And then for the big mech himself, he takes 20% reduced range damage. So I wouldn't mind taking out that Death Copter way in the back here. The question is can I? If I come over here, that's going to sacrifice one of your attacks, but it's definitely going to increase your accuracy quite a bit. Question is, are you going to be able to get the kill? He's got the rockets, so it's not like it's great at killing me. Yeah, I almost wonder if I shouldn't focus more on taking out the war bike and then following up, but I just don't want him to blow up my infantry. Yeah, it's only a 45% chance to hit. Actually, that's pretty nice, so we are going to be able to kill him. Excellent. That was actually even better than I thought it was going to be. So maybe what I'll do is I'll pull these guys back. Oh shit, now I don't have line of sight though. I could double attack with this guy. Maybe, well no, if I bring you over there, then that's going to block our guys. So maybe I just bring the Rogel Dorn over here. And see if you can shoot. It's a 56. That's not terrible. Ooh, nice. Alright. Do I want to waste my heavy bolter attack here? Let's see, what does he have over here, boys? 68? Nice! Alright, yep. We got this. Alright, heavy bolter. Get the kill here. And that's down. So that's huge for us. That's actually quite a bit of points we just took out for him. Now, I can't tell if he's got a second Death Copter over here, or if it's just the audio bug where it keeps playing the rotor sound even after the Death Copter is taken out. If I move you down here, then I'm going to break cohesion, but I'm not sure if an Orc Grenade can one-shot my shock troops here. And then, yeah, I'm just not sure if if there's a second Death Copter over here or not. If I bring you over here, then everybody will be in cohesion. Yeah, let's just do this, and maybe he'll bring the boys up, and you can shoot into them a little bit. Alright, so that's pretty big. Because what? The war bike is what? 40, or sorry, 80, 90 points I think it is. And the Death Copter I think is like 160. So that's pretty sweet there. Bring you up to here. And then I think what we need to do is just slowly advance here. And we'll move you to here. We got some boys. I can hear some engines revving. Oh, he's on the other side there. That's kind of weird. Well, now I'm perplexed. Shit, I just double buffed everybody, but he must have more forces here. Because I have not seen enough points here. And of course, what am I going to put my guys on Overwatch and waste that momentum now? I could put you into cover, but I would rather you come down to be able to capture that point, so I think if I move you to here, that should be in range. Well, let's just move you up. See if you can shoot into the boys, I guess. Ah, you missed. If I do something like this, can you shoot into there? Yeah, you're gonna miss too. Alright, well, let's set up some Overwatch, I guess. And I guess we'll bring you over here, assuming that war bike is gonna try to come after us. A little unfortunate that I'm gonna waste some momentum on that side. But I just can't get vision on what I need to. I'm a little bit spooked because I don't know what his other forces are because I haven't seen enough resources spent from him yet. So, okay, so we got the Pain Boy. He's got 2 Boys. He's got double Death Dread. Alright, I'm not hearing that Death Copter sound effect anymore, so it must have been the audio bug with the Death Copter then. He's got a bunch of stuff over here that I can't see. He's got other movement here. Interesting that he's going with the boys, but then he didn't give them the rocket launchers. He's just going with their regular shooters. Not quite sure what his thought is there.
What next, sir?
Well, we've got you here. I could run you guys over to here. The Armored Sentinel can't get into combat. If I bring you over to here, you can capture the point. He's going to shoot you. And I got a couple of kills. If I bring you over here, you won't be able to get into combat. But if I move you up, you should be able to throw a grenade. Yeah, so that's like 20 damage.
Victory through discipline.
And then for you, I think with a full health, let's move you up. To here.
On your orders.
I guess we can just shoot. I don't think he'll do a whole lot. Yeah. Alright, now we got this situation. I'm a little bit spooked by these double Death Dreads, because they can be a nightmare, especially with all the buffs. Maybe we'll come back to that side. Let's just move you up. Yeah, so okay. So now we're starting to see some shit. So we got Valutas with the beamy def gun. That's what I'm expecting to see. Because I think any sane orc player, that's what they're going to be bringing against the Astra Militarum. If I come here, it looks like that's going to be proper placement. I just don't know where his...
Moving to the battle line.
Yeah, if I do this, that should get... Okay, good. It's like I just need those beamy def guns to shoot, and the flash gets. Alright, nice. And now you still have a view on them. We can do that. So I think we have enough now where we can justify using your attacks here. Now ideally I'd pull them back a little bit more to get a better angle, but I need to be close enough to be able to then use the pulverizer cannon. Nice. You can already surge, huh?
What next, sir?
Well, that's interesting. If that's the case, how much do I want to move?
Awaiting your orders.
If I move you to here... Alright, he's down. If I come up to here... Then I can use the oppressor cannon, but I'm going to be really close. Alright, let's just move you up another one. Let's surge. And attack, so I can start getting momentum back. We'll do the heavy bolter, because this should be enough to kill these guys. Yep, nice. And then, if I move you up to here, you should be able to flame these boys down. Yep. Good. You're here. I'm a little perplexed
What next, sir?
by the... lack of additional...
Got your armor right here, sir.
Yeah, I feel like I should probably shoot here. I feel like he should have more forces.
Firing.
Well, let's just fire here, I guess. And then...
Let him see what happens.
Oh, of course, now I'm out of movement. But I think the Commissar could probably make it. He's got that war bike there. I think we'll just move you guys over to here. See if he'll come after you.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
Got your armor right here, sir.
Yeah, he must have more forces. I wonder if he's got a big blob in the center then.
Search and destroy.
Do I use the Sentinel to examine, though, is the question. I mean, you've got the pulverizer here. You'll almost have enough to be able to attack again. Yeah, see? He does. Oh, he's got Ludas over here, too. Yeah, he's got probably a big death blob here. Oh, shit. Well... I mean, we gotta get some shots onto these Death Dreads. They're actually more troublesome than the Ludas, because they got so much movement when they're together, they could charge me. And once they charge me, I'm just stuck.
Gunners, I need you firing now.
Let's see, 99% chance to hit, or 91, I should say. Ugh, shit, I think I just got a graze. Damn. I am not doing very well here. Ah, of course these guys are going to shoot. Alright, good. And that's enough to get you back to getting another round of shots. Question is how far do I pull you back? Because I need to be able to shoot, but I also don't want to be charged, but I think I got to go for kills. Ah, I keep grazing. If I pull you back... That's 59. I feel like this guy's gonna die no matter what I do, so maybe it makes sense to... Alright, that's decent damage. Maybe it makes sense to just bring him forward and flame those boys. Because I think he should be able to flame for more damage than the Pain Boy can heal for. The Big Mech will have to decide if it wants to do regular attacks to kill my Rogodorm, or if you'll want to heal the... Death Dread. Yeah, see, that does more than he's going to heal for. That guy's dead. You're here. You're there.
Awaiting your
These
orders.
guys will come over here, but we should be able to hold the line unless the Death Dreads were to shoot those. Were to shoot the Cadians, because with the splash they would definitely die.
What next, sir?
But then that would be a waste of an attack. I think the big thing is we want to try to get the Rogodorn some bonus health here so it survives. Or at least we try to get it to survive. So I'll run you over here, and that will also get you into position to start using that power sword to chopping down the Death Dreads, assuming he's going to be charging into us. And so with that, we've now made it equal, and unfortunately our opponent then abandoned the match. So It's always unclear to me if that's just because, as his name implies, he was raging and just left the match, or occasionally what can happen is the game can become corrupted and then you try to load your turn and the game just starts crashing. If that does happen, you can potentially save the game by contacting Slytherin, but you need to know the date and time of the last turn, and then it just takes it back, reverts it back a turn, so it's a big pain in the ass, so most people just abandon the match. Or I suppose if he just had something else to do, he could have left the match here too. So it's a little bit unclear to me why he ended up abandoning the game here, but overall, I think we had it on lockdown. He went with a very heavy Orc Boy build. I think the Orc Boys can work out against the Astra Militarum, but it would be one of the few cases where you'd actually want to bring the rocket launchers, because that's now more of an anti-armor. And that would allow you to get some decent damage, and then you would just have so many bodies that are all launching those those rockets, that you could overwhelm the tanks. But again, I think I'd much rather have, Ludas with the beamy def guns or flash kits, units that are much more chunky, that have a lot more damage output, for not significant increased prices, because if you can really start to get those flash kits to sacrifice their movement to get bonus shots, and then you're giving them those 20% extra shots, that can work out really well. And then the downside to the rocket launcher is it takes a turn to reload, so it's like you'll attack with your rocket launcher, then the following turn you'll have to throw grenades, and then the following turn after that, which is now turn 3, you can then go back to shooting your rockets again. And I just find that to be too much of a pain in the ass, because unless you have obvious Cadian shock troops in range that are easy to be easy grenade targets, and it just doesn't make sense to do that. So that's why I hate those rocket weapons myself. But I have played against opponents and they've had really good success with them, especially when you start getting those 20% bonus shots in there. But for the most part, I think I like my own strategy better for fighting the Astra Militarum. I think it works way better and it's way easier. As you can see, most people are utilizing mech boys against the Astra Militarum, which I certainly think makes sense because of the damage reduction that you can get, plus the bonus HP. Def Dreads can be a real nightmare, as you can see, even with the pretty decent weapons that the Astra Militarum has. Taking out Def Dreads can definitely be a little bit challenging for the Rogel Dorn and the tank commander, especially if they're getting grazed hits. So, having two of them together, having all that movement, and then if they get into combat, or melee combat, they can have the increased melee damage. And if you end up shooting from a distance, like if there's heavy weapon squads or Cadian shock troops, something like, or even commissars, then having those additional shots with the weapons, with having two together, plus the additional shots that you get from your tier 1 command ability, can make those guys an absolute nightmare to just destroy anything that gets in your way. And they can do pretty decent damage against the Sentinel 2 at range, less so on the tanks. I mean, they still do something, but for the most part, you want to be able to close in and lock them into melee. And then the big thing is they can be a real nightmare getting away from when you're in melee, because then if you're trying to just run away, you'll have a rear attack, and then they'll be able to do significant damage to you, and they can just tank those hits. Plus, if you have mech boy support, you can give them bonus armor, give them bonus health from the pain boy, and you can start healing every turn with the mech boy if you're willing to reduce one of your attacks. But if you're fighting a heavy mechanized force, I think you can make a pretty solid argument, as long as you have decent accuracy, that it would make more sense to just have the mech boy do double attacks into the tank instead of healing for, 30 health or whatever it is. Because in this game, the best way to mitigate damage is to be getting major kills going first to your advantage here. Perhaps it would make sense if you knew you're going to be in a close quarters environment, that if you're doing the Rogel Dorn build, that you would want to bring the multi-meltas, because that will allow you to absolutely annihilate Def Dreads and snipe high-value heroes such as the mech boy easier. But because you have to be closer for that weapon to go off, it tends to be a little bit hard unless you're going to use the cannon that has the more medium infantry variant that has more splash damage. Perhaps that would make more sense if you're going to do that, but for the most part, I like to have a lot of that range so I can snipe out the Ludas and then use a pulverizer cannon to finish up the flash kits, because usually they're going to be within close proximity to each other. Or even better, if they have two Ludas close together, then I can take out the one with the cannon the standard weapon and then the pulverizer to take out the other one, and then pull back as I'm retreating to take out the flash gets that may be nearby. So that, as you can see from my matches, that's how I like to play against the orcs here. So overall, you know, the Deathcopter is a viable option for the most part on the scrapyard. If you're going to do a Deathcopter build, what I recommend is that you give it the cannon, not the rocket launcher. And what you want to do is actually have it fly on top of the building where that arch is that you come through when you're on the bottom. And then you'll be able to be in 100% cover. And then you can pop out, get a couple of shots, and go back behind the cover. The Hive Tyrant can do that too, and it's super obnoxious because there's not a good way for you to get in there and kill him, especially with a ranged army. Because you're not going to want to sit there and just put everybody on Overwatch to shoot that, because he can just move around with Gretchen or somebody else that can just trigger those shots and then keep hitting you with significant amounts of damage. So if you did want to do a Deathcopter build on this map, it definitely is very viable against the Astra Militarum. So just keep that into consideration. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. It encourages me to post more content for you. Have a great day.